Tonight at 11, a 15-year-old makes a remarkable recovery months after his doctors thought he would never walk again. The teenager and star water polo player from Long Beach suffered a severe spinal cord injury in a diving accident. And after 5 months of surgeries and rehab and just in time for Thanksgiving, the teen is heading home. NBC4's Macy Jenkins live in our newsroom with his story. Macy.
Hi, Robert. We'll talk about a determined young man. Alessandro Apuzzo, known as Sandro to friends and family, has been recovering in the hospital for 5 months now. Tomorrow, he'll take the next steps in his journey in front of loved ones and the lifeguard who pulled him from the water. A trip to Peninsula Beach on the 4th of July.
Diving around, splashing my friends.
Was just supposed to be a happy moment during 15-year-old Sandro Apuzzo's summer before high school. But an innocent dive into the water.
I didn't feel myself hit the bottom. So, I just realized I can't move. I'm just floating here. Why aren't my arms moving?
Changed his life in an instant. He suffered burst fractures in C5 to C7 of his cervical spine.
It's really just my left leg that is completely hindered and my fingers are completely hindered.
Immobilized and stuck in bed at Miller Children's Hospital in Long Beach, his love of water polo came to mind.
It was my purpose in life. It was what I loved to do.
Not only could he ever play again, but also,
am I going to be paralyzed the rest of my life?
His answer was always a resounding no.
At the end of the day, even if this is real, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to end up in the wheelchair the rest of my life.
So he pushed forward with twice-a-day physical therapy.
Every day except for Sundays.
Battling vertigo and hypersensitivity.
Let's say you have a feather, right? If you put it on your skin, it feels really soft.
Right.
My entire left side of my body, from my chest down, if you had put that same feather, it would have felt like you were stabbing me with a bunch of needles.
And after 5 months of hard work, he's recovered enough to walk out of the hospital to go home for Thanksgiving.
How do you feel knowing that that's going to happen?
I feel great knowing how far I've come.
He's the one experiencing this. He's the one facing it. Look how strong he is. Look how positive he is. And that helps you get through it.
The whole ordeal giving Sandro wise words to share with anyone faced with the insurmountable.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how dim that light is, there's always a light that shines at the end of the road, and there's always hope.
Now, the doctors say playing water polo again would be quite a bit of strain on his neck. But Sandro says he's confident that in a few years he'll be strong enough to surf and swim again. Now, he will continue with therapy for the near future and says he's more than excited to finally set foot on his high school campus for the first time in February. Reporting live in the newsroom, Macy Jenkins.